Just wait for people to jump on. Give it a minute. There we go. People starting to join. Hi. How's it going? Good morning. Not where I am. What an exciting day, huh? What do you guys think? World War III? Rapture? Oh, 6 p.m., yeah. It's more like it. Friday the 13th, yeah, that's what I think. Energy is ramped up. Yeah, I think it's ramping up in the physical. It's been that way in the spiritual for quite some time, but it's starting to manifest. Why do I say Friday the 13th? Because the people that control this world, I don't think will miss an opportunity to start a war on Friday the 13th. I don't think they'll choose the 12th rather than the 13th when they can choose a Friday the 13th, because they're just evil like that. They do things in symbolism. Did you see that isn't that prophetic? That's not a coincidence. These people know what they're doing. They deal in symbolism. I didn't see a warning put out by Debbie Long. What was it about? Hey, what's up, Brian? Yeah, so 70 targets 7 days before the 70th anniversary of Israel. And apparently some of those targets are going to be Russian. So all those dreams that myself and others have had about the Russian bear attacking are about to be fulfilled. It is about to be fulfilled. Twitter of Putin telling Russians to prepare for judgment. Yeah, I saw that. I did see that. So I told you my dream where Putin turned into a giant, and then right before his foot came down on top of me, I looked up and yelled Harpazo. And then Judy was telling me about her vision she had of a Russian bear falling down angry, and she knew that the rapture happened just before it fell. So we're about to see that Russian bear get real angry here in a minute. As the bombs come down, we go up. Yep, a lot of people have seen that. I've been getting the 11th for a while. Well, it's definitely a prophetic day today, the 11th. A lot has been going on. So I had, a lot of you probably had this sort of thing too. Well, hold on. I've had a dream where Putin and Obama were in a room, and I knew it was a missile launch. It was Putin and Obama, and they had huge... Yeah, I'm sure they're working together. I know Obama's working behind the scenes. All these guys work together. Trump works with them. Obama works with them. Putin works with them. They're all together. I warned people about Trump when he came in. The night he got elected, I had a dream of like the streets turning to black water, and then I kept hearing that Bible verse when they declare peace and safety, sudden destruction comes. Oh, Trump was always meant to be the fall guy. I think he probably knows it. I mean, maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I can't say that for sure, but I think he probably does. But he was always meant to be the fall guy. He's supposed to come across as a friend to the Christians and a friend to Israel, and then start a world war, so that all the Christians and Israel can be targeted. Of course, we'll be out of here, but the ones left behind can be targeted. Because they'll say, look what that ideology led to. It caused a nuclear war. This ideology is dangerous. And the New World Order will sweep down and, start eliminating the Christians and come up against Israel. That was Trump's job. And that's what he did. He did it well. I wonder if North Korea is going to launch a nuclear bomb while the United States is busy. Maybe. They could do that. I wouldn't be surprised. Hey, watching for the king. So many Christians are deceived by Trump. Yeah, they are. Part of that is just normalcy bias. Like people get in this normal routine of trusting one side of politics or the other, and then they just kind of get locked into it. So I don't blame him, but yeah, he's a deception. You can't trust me. If somebody has billions of dollars in this world, they've signed some agreements with the enemy. I see 17, 111, 333, and 444 all the time. Yeah, I see 444 and 444 all the time. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but on the thumbnails on these videos, I've been putting covers of these books. And what had happened is I walked in the bookstore like last week, and I saw all these the covers of all these books. It was like The Woman Left Behind, and Chaos, and Left in Darkness, and Time Is Now, and Passover is Coming. It's crazy. And that's all I saw was like these end of the world covers. So I've been putting them on my videos. Movie trailer for First Purge. I haven't seen that trailer, but I did see that movie's coming out. I bet that trailer is full of symbolism, though. Saw Rap 333. Be ready. Yeah, there's all kinds of confirmations all the time lately. I filmed The Spirit, like, God is so excited for us. I feel like he's really excited for us. I can just see him, like, at the finish line, just on the other side of the ribbon. And I see him, like, holding a big teddy bear. I don't know if you've ever seen that picture of the little girl with the small teddy bear behind her back, and then Jesus is standing there with a big one, and he's like, Jesus has the big one behind his back, and then she has the small one, and he's like, just give it to me, so, because he's going to give her the big one if she gives him the small one. That's kind of what I see him. I see him, like, standing on the other side of the finish line with a big teddy bear. It's awesome. I'm going to be dancing over the finish line. So eager to get out of this world. Yeah, it does feel surreal, doesn't it? It's like we've been waiting for this for years, some of us. Some more than others, but for me it's been 3 years. I know, I was going to be crawling across the finish line, that's true. Yesterday I felt like I'd be crawling across the finish line, and today I feel like I'll be dancing across the finish line. See, that's this rapture waiting ride. It's up and down like that. It's like a roller coaster. Butterflies, nerves, yeah, absolutely. I'm so excited. thought about calling into work tomorrow too, but I feel like I'll just drive myself nuts if I do that. Hey, Rapture Kitty. Yeah, Rapture Kitty's gonna call into work too. Just hang out and wait for God all day. I should be dancing. Yeah, I should. You know, I'll tell you something. Here's the reason why I'm especially happy. Because I have this dissertation to do. Because I've been putting it off for the longest time, right? But I'm like 6 months from graduating, and I have to get my dissertation done. And I'm like barely started, and it has to be like 200 pages. And it's really stressing me out. Because I work full time and I have kids and I have like a million things going on. And so now I have to spend hours every day on this dissertation, and I don't want to. So now I don't think I have to. So I'm especially excited about that. I feel helpless at times, keep praying for ears and eyes to open. Many being harvested daily. Yeah, I mean, many are being harvested daily, but many more are going to be harvested daily once the rapture happens, once judgment starts. It'll be a much greater harvest. There's a lot of people who are fast asleep who will not wake up until judgment hits. So judgment has to hit. It's merciful. It's God's mercy on this world. So, you know, I mean, it sucks, but at least, even though they have pain in their body, at least their soul will be saved. You know, it's worth it. Grace and the rapture. No, that doesn't really make sense to me. I mean, people say that, but I don't get it, because how could anybody be saved without grace? And people will be saved after the rapture, so no, I don't think it makes sense. 5 wise virgins go up. Yeah. A lot of the believers will not go, in my humble opinion. The lukewarm church will not go. The 6 of the 7 churches will not go, in my opinion. It'll be a fairly small group that goes in the first rapture, but as I told you yesterday, I think there'll be others. When no one around you gets it, it makes you feel crazy, yeah? But see, that's why we have to hang out with each other, because we can be crazy together and it's not so crazy anymore. Yep, Church of Philadelphia. Yeah, that's right. I mean, you read through the letters to the churches, you don't see any of the other ones being told they'll escape all the things coming up on the earth, but the Church of Philadelphia is. Technically, the age of grace will be over after the rapture, but Jesus is the grace of God. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I know people call this the age of grace. I don't know if God calls it that or not, but it will be time for the tribulation for sure. Why do I say the 13th of April? Because we have a bunch of Nephilim lizards running the world, and they like to do things on evil days. And Friday the 13th is an evil day. So I just think that why would they do it on the 12th or the 14th when they could do it on Friday the 13th? A great dissertation on the harvest and rapture. Yeah, you know, I started my dissertation on the born again experience, but it was too close to my heart, and it took me down this road that I got way off track, basically. So I had to start over and do something else. So my dissertation's on personality types, but now it doesn't matter. Now World War III starts, and now I get to go home. So forget it. Forget the dissertation. Do you think they'll cover up the rapture with aliens or something? Yeah, I've had dreams about that. I didn't specifically see them blaming it on aliens, but that would make the most sense to me. I mean, you gotta have a story for when people disappear, right? Here's how I see that whole deception playing out is Trump's the fall guy, so he comes across as a Christian and a friend to Israel. He creates a world war. So then Israel and the Christians are targeted by the New World Order because look what that ideology brings, right? And then there'll be believers and children who are raptured, and they blame it on alien abductions, and they say something like, either I see it one of two ways. Either they say, look, we had to remove these people because their ideology was dangerous and we have to preserve humanity. Or they say something like, these people were ready for a higher level of enlightenment and we want to bring you to the same level. So you'll get a go too, but you're just not ready yet. So let us prepare you. I don't know. It could go one of two ways. Aaron, I was born again a few months afterward. I supernaturally heard the trump of God. It does not sound like a shofar, but a silver trumpet. Cool. Yeah, I've heard a trumpet in a few dreams. In one dream, it was pretty cool because while the trumpet was sounding, I saw my body start to vibrate, and then it vibrated at such a speed, kind of disappeared, and then I turned into a ball of light, and then I shot up in the air, and it happened from the sound of the trumpet. It's pretty cool. I think I think about how we'll disappear, what will actually manifest. I think that what separates dimensions is frequency of vibration and frequency of light. So I think where it will start vibrating on a different frequency from this reality, and will be made of a light that is a higher frequency than this reality. And so to the people in this reality, we will look as though we disappeared because we'll have entered into a different dimension. But I think we'll still see them. They just won't see us because we'll be at a higher dimension, and higher dimensions can see lower dimensions. Just lower dimensions can't see higher dimensions. That's my theory anyway. Let's see. Sorry, I missed a bunch of comments. Do you want hell to raise on earth or no? Is this what I asked for? Yeah, I kind of do. I mean, I want World War III. I want the judgment of God. I want all those things to manifest because they lead to a greater good, because many will be saved in judgment. They'll be the greatest harvest this world has ever seen. I get to go home. My hope is not in this world. My hope is not in this world at all. And it's not called to be. Our hope is called to be in heaven. Where our treasure is, there our heart is also. So if your treasure's in this world, then I guess you can't really appreciate a devastating war coming and hell coming to earth. That wouldn't be good for you. But if your treasure's in heaven, it's not so bad. Poured my whiskey down the drain because I was worried about being sober. Awesome. Good job. I just explained why I want a terrible thing to come, because it's not so terrible. It's only terrible if your hope's in the world. Howdy, Jeff. Oh yeah, you're from the South, I remember. You caught me today. Yeah, I gotta go soon though. I only have about 10 more minutes, I think. You want to be in a glorified body. Amen. Be nice to be in a perfect body. Be super ripped. And be able to pick up my mansion, twirled on my finger. During my Holy Spirit visitation in 1993, I saw the Holy Spirit as a flame and a consuming fire. Yeah. You know, one time I got kind of overtaken by God, and I saw just this brightest light, and it was like, I guess it was kind of like a fire, but it was like a fire of purity, and I could suddenly sense my distance from God. I could feel how far from His perfection I was. I could see all my imperfections in His perfection. It's like you can't really understand something until it's placed against the background of something else. I think a famous theorist said that. But anyway, you can't always see all your imperfections unless it's placed against a background of perfection. And man, when I saw God's perfection, I felt so unworthy. But I'll be glad in my new body I won't feel that way. In my new body I'll be made perfect. So I won't have that kind of distance. Can finally have friends in heaven. Yeah, for sure. Not virtual friends anymore, huh? We all have virtual friends. Internet friends. Your mom went to heaven today. Oh, I'm glad for her, Carol, but I'm sorry for you. I'm sure that's sad for you. But maybe you'll see her like in the next couple of days. I won't be surprised. Everyone thinks you're nuts where you are. Yeah. I mean, that's the story of our life, right? I called my dad today to tell him that the end has come. He's a really strong believer, and he doesn't totally think I'm crazy, but his eyes aren't exactly open to prophecy, I would say. It was an interesting conversation. Sometimes I do feel like I should be locked up in a house. But then God tells me I'm perfectly fine, so I'll just listen to Him. Well, I don't really have anything else for you guys. I just wanted to give you a chance to connect, and I was hoping we could just be excited together. I definitely think that 70 targets in hitting 70 targets in Syria on a week before the 70th anniversary of Israel is amazing. You know, I'm waiting to see if when we go into bomb Syria, if one of our jets gets shot down. Because if it does, I'm going to know what that dream meant, where I saw one of the jets blow up and actually 2 of the jets blew up. I don't know. I'm going to wait and see if one or 2 of our jets get blown up, because if that happens, I'm going to know what that dream meant. If it happens, I bet that dream meant that after that event, we go home within 4 to 5 days. I'll give you the details of the dream again if that happens. We'll see. Thanks for these chats. Cool, I'm glad you like them. I don't want to just get on here and ramble and bore you guys, but I think it's important that we connect. There's not that many of us that are watching and waiting, really, in the scheme of things. Alright guys, well, I should probably get home and make some dinner. Wondering if we're here for the destruction of Damascus. I don't know, it's a good question. Could happen in the next couple of days. Yep, I'll dance to that finish line. I'll see you all there. Hopefully this will be our last chat. Mega quakes after the rapture. Cool. Well, I'll be watching them from the heavens. Alright, guys. God bless you. I'll see you again soon. Hopefully in the air. Bye.